All right, welcome back. We continue with the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. We're talking about what Bill Cowher said post-game today, basically criticizing the Steelers for how they're handling Kenny Pickett, saying he's giving him too much. 38 throws is too much. His confidence will be, in the end, suffering because of it. So, Will, did you agree with that comment? And do you think, according to Cowher, he wants them to become a run-first team? I don't know if they have the horses to do that.
If you want to be a run-first team, you have to be able to run. Like, that's part of the thing, right? I mean, I think Najee they still don't have a run of over 20 yards this year. I think I wrote this stat like 3 or 4 times this week. Guys that have 20-yard runs in this league, multiple 20-yard runs, include Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones, and I don't know, like 2 other quarterbacks that are not running quarterbacks, right? So to me, like, yes, of course, Bill Cowher wants them to be a run-first team. They can't run the ball. So, and then when you get down by 21,
his other point is that it's affecting his confidence. Do you think this will affect his confidence?
The one thing look, Kenny might be a Hall of Famer. He might be, he might be Mike Tomczak. He might be Ryan Leaf. He might be Ryan Leaf, but I'm never going to worry about Kenny Pickett's confidence, ever.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. Bill Cowher said they need to run the ball more, right? You know, when they're losing 35-3 at halftime, he says, you know what they need to do? They need to run the ball more. As Will said, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you don't run the ball, when you can't run the ball. However, today, if you look, they ran it on first down, first day of the play.
They do that every drive,
9 straight times after that, or at least attempted without some of those penalties in there. The only way you're going to have a chance to win games is to find a run game some sort of ways. And I think you can blame Najee all you want, and it's somewhat his fault, but they are calling different runs for Jaylen Warren than Najee. They're more power runs for Jaylen Warren. I don't know why they're doing it, and it's just not working for him.
I know why, because I think Najee's trying to channel Le'Veon Bell. The problem is he got even heavier to, like, withstand the pounding. Bell, when he turned into that shifty jump cut runner, he went from, like, 245 to, like, 220. So, like, they've got Najee Harris guys trying to run like the guy before him when he doesn't have the body type. If you called power plays with him, it might work, but he's an indecisive runner. I'm very sad that Kaboly got to go second there, because I was hoping you'd come to me, because the Cowher riff is just so obvious. Bill Cowher, 42-3 at the halftime of the Super Bowl. Bill, what do you think they need to do here to try to make this respectable? I'd run the ball at least 25 times in the third quarter. Listen, I'm going to just sound like an echo chamber here, but the guys are right. Yeah,
no, you can't do it. I agree,
it's great to run the ball, but if you can't, then you're not going to be able to. They got to call way fewer lateral passes.
They don't have an identity.
Like they're passing parallel to the line of scrimmage. I'm more worried about Pickett's health. He took some violent shots.
Which is again one of the reasons we talked about why rush to go to him if you're worried about the line. The line had been pretty good.
But now people are teeing off, just like the Ben years where people in 2020, remember the worm turned when Washington was like, wait a minute, this guy, they aren't going to throw the ball down the field. People are starting to tee off on them now the same way they did a couple years ago when they realized this pony only has one trick, and it isn't even a good one.
All right. They had a defeatist attitude today because that game plan had nothing to do with running the ball. From the beginning, they're like, we can't run the ball, so we're not even going to try.
Well, let me ask you this then. At some point, they're going to run the ball. They're going to have to. But Chris and I got into this in the postgame show. Will, back to you on this. He believes that it's still and always will be Najee Harris because he's the #1 pick. Mike Tomlin has made it pretty clear based on who gets the ball now. It's more Jaylen Warren than it is Najee Harris. So should Najee Harris keep getting the ball in situations because he's a #1 pick, and that's the reason only?
I mean, I think there is something that ascribed to a #1 pick, that a pressure, not just for the player, but for the organization that picked him, right? So I think there's a fair amount of ego on both sides involved. We are, 20 games into his career, 24? I mean, the thing is, like, you watch him in practice, and maybe it's because, I don't know if he's facing the second-team defense. I mean, he is much more decisive in practice than you see during the games. I mean, I still think that he can be a productive NFL back, but the fact that, each week it seems more and more like he's sort of running in place, and Jaylen Warren is actually making things happen.
You have to go with Najee. I mean, he is the better running back. I know you're looking at the stats now. A lot of this stuff is 3rd down and 10 runs when they're in pass formation.
Forget about the runs then for a second. What about him, like, on a 3rd and short pass where he catches it and just stands still basically there? Like,
all you have to do is go forward.
But Mark, I only bring that up because I think that's emblematic of the mistake he has continued to make. I'm going to try to look for the home run and look for the perfect run and not use the fact that I'm 6'1", 240 to try to run through some guys.
There was a couple of plays, though. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. They were backed up, and they ran a little off tackle, and Chooks got stood up. He got stood up on the play, and he's trying. You could see Najee trying to get through the hole, and then all of a sudden, Chooks gets stood up, and it's not.
I'm not blaming
gone.
him for every bad run. I'm just saying, like, the undrafted free agent is the guy who runs like he's a first-round pick. That's all I can say, and so I can only go with what the eye test tells me.
I can't give up on Najee after 20 games.
No one said give up. It's just about right now who's the better back.
I mean,
and who should get...
what do you do there? Then you're benching both your captains now and saying.
Well, what does that have to do with being a captain? It's about performance. They say they're in the business to win.
I don't think Jaylen Warren starting changes anything with this offense.
Okay.
It doesn't. You're not going to win today.
Maybe save Warren for when they have a better team around him and you can use your really best back on the best.
Now, if you can somehow fake an injury to Najee, throw him in there. You know.
No, we had the steel plate in the shoe already once.
We got to go to a break.
Is it possible that he's a Trent Richardson? Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
There are busts born every day.
I'm not ready. I'm not there.
Who knows? I'm not there yet either. But I'm just saying, for right now, you would think right now Jaylen Warren's more prolific, so why not use him more? I think they are already, especially on third down. When we come back, we'll talk about the defense. Just as bad today. That's next.